Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Tuesday, January 31st, and winter weather advisories continue across the southern part of the state. They're expected to expire at 11 o'clock, but don't be surprised if they end just a little bit before that. And the headlines today, again, that Clipper system will be moving out of the area, but in a trough that extends back to the northwest will continue the snow showers much of the day into tonight. Mainly trace amounts to possibly an inch across the southern part of the state, maybe even an inch to 2 inches across southeast lower Michigan, closer to that Clipper system. But again, the conditions should be improving here as the morning goes on. And looking at some of the snowfall totals, I didn't have a chance to look at a lot of places, but these were recorded from the National Weather Service. 3.5 inches at Howard City and Fremont, 3 inches in DeWitt. Here in Breckenridge, as of a few minutes ago, we had 1.4 inches so far as of about 6 a.m. If we look at the normals, the normal high is 29, our normal low is down to 12. You can see 17 below zero back in 1918. And again, for the second day in a row, both the record daily precipitation and snowfall occurring on the same date, 15 inches of snow back in 1914. Across the lower 48 yesterday, the warmest temperature 82 degrees at Ventura, California, and the lowest temperature 20 below zero at Gunnison, Colorado. If we look at conditions around the MAC area yesterday, you can see temperatures mainly in the mid-20s. The warm spot 28 degrees at Jasper, and the cold spot 11 degrees Celsius, minus 11, and that would be about 12.2 degrees Fahrenheit. And so Clarksville pretty close to that as well. If we look at the current conditions across the MAC area, temperatures in the low to mid-20s. You can see the winter weather advisory across the southern and southwestern part of the state. And if we look at the weather map this morning, you can see that low pressure system is expected here in the next hour to be around the western end of Lake Erie. And again, a trough that extends back to the northwest, and you can see some of the circulation. And again, that's going to keep the snow showers going, and that trough expected to pivot around to the south here throughout the day. So again, snow showers are pretty likely throughout the day, but not expecting much in the way of accumulation. And you can see that Clipper system coming through the area now, and that'll move out, and we'll be left with cold air. As another reinforcing shot of cold air will move in here as we get into Wednesday night, and that could bring a few snow showers, but again, no big deal. No big storms are seen right now. If we're going to see some action, it looks like we could get busy towards the middle or end of next week, when we may see quite a bit of warm air off in the southern U.S. with cold air across the far northern portions of the U.S., and that could create an active storm track. You can see on the radar some of that snow showers moving out of the area now. And again, we expect that low pressure system and a cold front to move through the area here today, just with some snow showers in its wake. And again, another reinforcing shot of cold air will come in as we get into later in the day on Wednesday. And then finally by Thursday, that front now off to the south, we're deeply entrenched in the cold air. Again, not a lot of action though for much of this week, so driving conditions shouldn't be too bad, especially away from the Great Lakes. As you get into northwest lower Michigan, UP, that's where we expect the heaviest as far as lake effect here over the next 3 or 4 days. As far as additional precipitation here over the next 18 hours off the GFS, you can see maybe an inch to 2 inches across southeast portions of lower Michigan into southwest Ontario. For the rest of us, maybe around a trace to possibly a half inch or an inch or so, but again, no big deal. If we look at the extended outlook, the 6 to 10 day outlook, you can see much of the northern U.S. is still going to be near normal to below normal, with lots of warm air off to the south, and that's going to continue into the 8 to 14 day period. And again, we expect above normal precipitation across much of the northern U.S. and the southeast initially, and then mainly across the northern states and along the east coast here as we get into the 8 to 14 day outlook. Again, so with near normal to below normal temperatures, above normal precipitation, we could see some active weather, maybe in the form of snow here as we push into later next week and the following week. As far as weather watch this morning, you can see the only action in town across southern lower Michigan into northern Ohio and Pennsylvania and New York, with that Clipper system moving through with winter weather advisories. And again, these are expected to be canceled at 11 a.m. Don't be surprised if by 9 or 10 that they are actually dropped at that point. Thanks for stopping by, and have yourself a great day, and 73s to all.